Yeah,
I mean, that's why
we've
we're
been
here.
in it since day one. You know, a lot of us we're not Gen Z. We're on the older side of things.
Wow.
We're elders to the fandoms. We've been out here in the trenches.
I love how you didn't use the actual, we do have a term for us, but it's like, I'm going to leave y'all just wondering how old. It's like, oh, they old. But how old? I'm going to get a voice changer and I'm going to just go down just a little bit every episode. And so you just won't know. I'll let you figure out my... Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Tom Podcast here. This is something new we're trying out. We're just trying to reach out and, just talk with you all. My name is Adrian, and I am joined with my co-host here, Hayley. How's it going?
Hi, everybody. It's going good. This is my first time doing any sort of podcasting, so I am pretty excited to see how this goes and see where this goes.
Yeah. So we both work for Tokyo Otaku Mode, and I've been here for around 8 years now that I think about
Wow.
it. And we always talk about how time flies way too fast nowadays. But yeah, I've been here around 8 years, and I do a little bit of everything in terms of social media. Sometimes you'll see me on YouTube or live streams, or you may have seen me on the Tom Fan Club. I've been around there as well. And then, of course, if you're reading any social media posts, they're, more than likely written by me if it's on Twitter or I guess X. Sorry, that platform.
It's Twitter until we die.
Twitter until we die. Yeah, there we go. Hayley, how about you? What do you do at Tom?
Okay. Hi, I'm Hayley. I've been at Tom for perhaps 6 or 7 years. I don't know. I've lost track of the time, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But I also do a little bit of customer support. I do media related stuff, whether that's some social media posts. I'll be there sometimes, either covering for Adrian or I'm over on the Instagram right now. And I also do, events, any sort of coverage that the company might need for any sort of anime related things happening. We pretty much do a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is just a lot of people think of Tokyo Otaku Mode, and we also need to talk about Tokyo Otaku Mode as well, just in case you might be new to this podcast, and Tom too. Yeah, we do a lot of stuff, and we're a nice sized company. We're not a large mega conglomerate or anything like that.
Absolutely
I
not.
really, I really like to think of us like a nice little family. And where we've all worked with each other for, like I said, almost 5, 6, 7 years for a lot of us here. So, but yeah, Tokyo Otaku Mode, we are an e-commerce site. We specialize in selling anime-related merchandise, primarily anime figures. That's anything from scale figures to Nindroids to, we do have the occasional doll every once in a while that pops
Yep.
up.
And we do sell a little bit of fashion, a little bit of plushies. We do have books, we have magazines,
We have
basically
books.
everything you need for your otaku life.
Exactly. And the books, I got to say, books are probably the hidden gem on the site, because we've had some, you'll get a laugh when you look through the book section, just in terms of the how to draw. Yeah.
The range is impeccable.
The range is impeccable. And I guess an important thing to mention is that, we ship worldwide for majority of our goods. There are certain things, obviously, that, if it says not available in your country, it's just for licensing reasons. We do all the merchandise that we sell on the Tom Shop is authentic. It's straight from the manufacturers. So we like to make sure that everything is perfect when you get it. It's not a scam or anything like that, because for whatever reason, anime, I don't want to say anime is linked to scams. That's a comment, but I think you and me, we both came from a generation where, if you wanted to get anime, you had to import it. You had to go to so many different sites, and sometimes it wasn't necessarily it wasn't it was
The
kind of
most
shady
legit?
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and
Don't get me started, like, if you wanted to get DVDs or if you wanted to get there weren't even figures at that were accessible at that point in time. You were just trying to get your hands on the source material. Like,
exactly.
I wanna watch this anime. How do I watch this anime? And yeah, most of the times it wasn't really a reputable site or a reputable source, but we managed.
You managed. That's all you kind of had in the yeah, the dubs, the subs. But yeah, that's Tokyo Otaku Mode. A little bit about what we sell. What we do is we also like to promote a lot of otaku related events, whether that's Tokyo Game Show or Kyomafu, which we'll talk about later on in the show. So stick around. And there's just you know uh, collaboration cafes here in Japan, and that's where we are. We're based in Japan. Me and Haley, we both live in Japan.
Yep.
Different areas. I'm in Chiba.
I'm in Kansai, so yeah, Kansai crew.
Yay, Kansai. No one's in dirty Saitama though. We all we're good.
Oh, we don't wanna offend the Saitama if we have some Saitama
We we need to get someone from Saitama on the podcast so they can share their
defend the
side of
honor defend the
defend
honor
the
of
honor.
Saitama.
So yeah, we like I said, our slogan is I guess it's our slogan or motto, like let's enjoy otaku life. If you ever write into customer support, that's you'll see that at the end of every message.
Yep.
And so we really do try to embody that because a lot of us here at Tokyo Otaku we're pretty much otaku. We love figures, anime.
Yeah,
I mean that's why
we've
we're
been
here.
in it since day one, a lot of us. We're not we're not Gen Z, we're on the older side of things.
Wow,
We're
you
elders to the
elders.
fandoms. We've
I
been
love
out
how
here in the trenches.
I love how you didn't use the actual, we do have a term for us, but it's like, I'm gonna leave y'all just wondering how old. It's like, oh, they old, but how old? I'm gonna get a voice changer and I'm gonna just go down just a little bit every episode. And so you just won't know. I'll
I
let you
just won't
figure out my
know.
age.
But yeah, but
uh
we've
s-
been around. We've been otaku for years.
Years.
We've seen how anime has gone from being this niche thing that you had to sort of be the weird kid for liking to something that's blown up in popularity. And that's been great.
It really has been, and I think the more that we have gone to AX a couple years, but the rise of just when I was growing up, comics were the thing, and I couldn't even tell you about manga because it just wasn't something that was available at the bookstore as much. But when I got to high school, I remember there being your kind of mainstay series that would be in the bookstore, Dragon Ball and Death Note, that sort of thing. A lot of the shonen stuff was there, and there was some shoujo and manga as well. But it was just like one little section, and like a bookcase, like that
Yeah.
shelf.
Yeah.
And now when I go back home. It's insane. It is a whole section, like hundreds of different manga and books, and it's wild to think where, like you said, where it started and where it's at now.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, I just love that it's so accessible. I mean, and that's part of what we do as a company as well. We want to make this available for everybody. So if you're interested in whatever manga or whatever anime series, you can just access it and you don't have to worry about whether you can find it or whether it's available.
Exactly. And if you'd like to buy it from, look at that shameless plug. Just remember, if you do buy the manga or anime from the site, it's going to be just in Japanese. So it's going to be in Japanese, original language only.
Good practice though. Time to learn a second language.
Exactly. That's what we did, literally. So, I mean, I guess moving on while we're doing this podcast, Haley touched on this a little bit earlier, is that, we have our YouTube, we have our other social media, the Instagram, which is primarily, we have a large figure community, that people who take figure pics and love looking at figure pictures on Instagram, and Twitter is a great place for us to just share information, quick product promotions and things, similar to Facebook as well. But we don't have like just an avenue where we can directly talk to you and really form a connection. We do have a YouTube channel, which bless up Alex for making awesome shorts
Thank
that
you,
are
Alex.
part of the mission. Yeah, to kind of show otaku life and share some experiences and really cool things that if you are in Japan, you can definitely just like note, oh, maybe I want to go there. So that's why we're doing this podcast. It's a little bit more of just a reason to hang out and awesomely talk with you all. Well, we're not
Yeah.
talking with you, but to you.
But, talk at you, start a conversation.
Haley's going to say everything in a much better way than I phrase it. I'm like, yeah, we're just going to talk at you guys. Like, we just wanted to start a conversation. Oh, man.
But yeah, and another thing is that, we do live in Japan. I mean, otaku merch, otaku culture, anime culture is available worldwide now, but, we do have a little bit of, I don't want to call it an advantage really, but it's just more like we're a little closer to the source. So, certain things we can see, certain things we can go to that we'd love to share with you. And that's another reason why we want to do this.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, we're basically at the source of a lot of the merch, a lot of the characters, whether it's been in an anime. We can go there or have gone there. And I'll never forget when I studied abroad here. There was a scene from K-On! And
Oh.
I went to a school that was located near where they shot. Well, they didn't shoot it. The girls aren't alive, but the background was drawn there, and I was like, "Wait, really?" And I remember like the school at that moment. I thought, I don't really even care about the school, but how cool is it that I'm in a place where they where they have like the location for K-On! And like the setting. Like that's so awesome.
Yeah, and like these places, I mean, it's called Seichi Meguri, where you basically go around to the real life locations that inspire anime locations. And usually these locations are really good about like helping with the promo. Like they'll have some sort of collaboration with the anime, or there'll be like a photo spot, or there'll be, something that lets you know that, hey, this anime like took place here. And I
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool that the community kind of gets involved in that.
Yeah. Have you been to one recently or
I've
just like in general or like
In general, I mean, I'd like to. I was having this conversation earlier how I'm kind of a bad tourist where I haven't traveled as much as I would have liked to around Japan. So
really?
that's sort of something that's on my bucket list.
Okay.
Just
Wait,
to
so where wait, where have you traveled in Japan then?
Where have I traveled? I
Or where would you
mean,
like to go? Which one?
Where
You
would
can
I
answer either
where would
one.
I like to go? Oh, man. I mean, everywhere. I mean, okay, so I love the islands. I'd love to go to Okinawa. I still haven't been to Okinawa.
Oh,
I've
yes.
been to Okinoerabu, which is
What?
a really small island. Yeah, exactly. You haven't heard of that
What?
one, huh? Um, Okinoerabu, it's a smaller island that you actually transfer at Okinawa to get to.
Really?
And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it's sort of between Kyushu and Okinawa,
Okay.
and I've been there, for several reasons, but I haven't actually been to Okinawa as yet, so that's kind of number 1 on my
On
priority
your list?
list. Not related to an anime, unfortunately, but, you know.
I mean, I gotta say, I've been to Okinawa once for a few days, like a weekend trip, and it was really beautiful, and I was very surprised by. I'm from the U.S., but I'm not located near the ocean, so there's been really few like rare chances for me to see the ocean, but it was just so beautiful, like so blue, and you could see through some of the water too. Like I was just like I I could live here if yeah, I could live there. I don't know how expensive it is, but it was just really nice, and that took me by surprise. And the food was amazing. So when you get the chance to go there, I
Yeah.
think you'll enjoy it. And you can get drinks for just 10 bucks. Send in just 1,000 yen,
Same. Nice. 1,000 yen.
2
Yeah,
hours, all you can drink.
I mean, I grew up on an island. I grew up in Grenada, and so just being back in an island space, I love island culture, and I just want to
Hmm.
experience that Japanese flavor of island culture. I mean, of course, they've got their own history, they've got their own language, they've got their own culture as well, and I want to see that firsthand for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I guess we so we're timing these episodes right now to be around like 30, at max 40 minutes, but we're aiming for like 30 minutes. So we're gonna keep it moving a little bit here. And speaking about places in Japan, we also do the zine. The Tom zine is a quarterly zine that Haley and myself produce along with other members of the Tom staff. So if you can check it out on the website. It is, yeah, there's a banner. There's a couple banners for it. But we've got our latest summer issue is out now. And one of the multiple stories that we have in the zine is actually looking at the World Expo in Osaka, which Haley wrote an awesome feature story about.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good time. I mean, if obviously, if anybody has the opportunity to go, it's still around for about a month and a half. I think it ends October 13th. And obviously, the pavilions are amazing, the architecture is amazing. But what we were really trying to get there for is basically we wanted to experience what the World Expo had to offer to fellow otaku.
Hmm.
So while that is not the main goal of the expo, being that it takes place in Japan and that anime culture is such a big part of the general culture, there were a few events that they had, and even one of the pavilions, the Gundam pavilion, basically, that would cater to otaku, people who love anime, people who are interested in anime. And so we checked that out. There were quite a few things. A few of the events were time limited, so they only took place for a couple days,
Okay.
and that was it. So they're not there like all the time, but a couple of the other pavilions are there always, so you can just go check them out. One of them is the Monster Hunter Bridge pavilion. It's part of a bigger pavilion, so it's sort of an experience at the Osaka Healthcare Pavilion.
Okay.
And it's yes, the healthcare pavilion. So I am not too sure what the connection is, but that's where you'd find it. And it's basically a fun little VR experience where you get to immerse yourself in the world of Monster Hunter. So
That Hey, that's enough for a lot of people to kind of check out the Monster Hunter event, because like they actually were advertising that on a lot of like just video game shows and kind of thing. So like I was really interested in just going to see. I didn't know it was going to be part of the World Expo. Honestly, like that would be
yeah,
included. So that's pretty cool.
yeah, and it's not a long experience. It's
Mm,
fairly short, but what really stands out for it is the technology that they use. So you have like the surround sound VR goggles. You are able to just like fully get that 360 feeling of hearing the environment, like seeing the monsters, seeing the creatures that live in that world, and you're sort of there with everybody else, and it's just really fun. It's like
I was gonna ask, are there? I'm assuming they do like a mixture of the different monsters, or is it kind of like friendly monsters that for like kind of peaceful? If you're thinking about like dinosaurs, like was it omnivores? Herbivores. There we
the
go. The
herbivores, yeah.
herbivores, and then like eventually you get to like the T Rex kind of stuff. You're like, what the heck is this Rathalos doing?
Yeah, I mean, not to really spoil much of it, but you sort of get like the two sides of that Monster Hunter experience where you have like the peaceful, just checking out the terrain, walking around, like, friendly fauna just
Hmm.
interacting with you. And then you get to the other side, the flip side, where it's like, oh no, this monster is coming to get me. I got to defend
Run.
myself.
Oh, not run. Never mind. It goes a different
You
direction.
you stand your ground. You stand your ground.
Oh man. And I know you mentioned like the Gundam, or I guess the Gundam Next Future Pavilion, where
Yes.
I know there's like, and I don't know if these are available worldwide, but there's like the Gunpla kits as well of like the solar panel powered Gundam.
Gundam.
What am I talking about? A Gundam. Which I guess is like the whole kind of theme is kind of like showing life in the future or what it could be in
Yeah.
different energy sources.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a big part of the entire expo itself, just sort of, showcasing how we can use technology, use the resources that we have to build a better future and
Hmm.
what that would look like, whether it's through like, food technology, whether it's through healthcare, whether it's through the kind of buildings that we have, just basically how can we support, the hopes and dreams and lives of people in the future. And so the Gundam one basically envisions a future where humans are living and thriving in space colonies.
On point.
And yeah, and the mobile suits, they're basically tools that help us survive. So one of the things that they do, for example, is they help clean up space trash because, you know, we've sort of trashed the atmosphere.
We trash the atmosphere.
Yeah. And so, they do things like that. They clean up, they help with construction. They're big suits, so they're able to like do all of this sort of heavy lifting. And it imagines that there's a orbital elevator that takes you to a terminal that's just outside of Earth's atmosphere where you can
Oh
basically like
gosh.
you're basically going on a tour.
Oh no, not the space elevator. I think that's from Double O, I think. Yeah, I'm just thinking about like all of the fighting that like was around that space elevator. But I mean, that aside, honestly, like everything I've heard about the expo, there's been a lot of events in it, like always going on, but all of them have had like a really good purpose. And I think everyone who's kind of gone, I haven't been myself, but everyone who I've talked to, they've had like a good time and they've come back either like having like a really good food sometimes, or maybe like you said, like going to Monster Hunter or something like that and just having like an experience,
Yeah.
which really does make it, I think, I don't know, like we had the Olympics. And unfortunately, that was during the pandemic, but
Yep.
this is, where a time where everyone can kind of come to Japan and tourism is at a high, so it's kind of
Yeah.
good,
And
kind of
speaking
good.
of speaking of that tourism, another one of the events was, and this is a long title, but it's the Cool Japan Showcase Anime Manga Tourism Festival. So it
That's a
got
long one.
shortened to AMTF, Anime Manga Tourism Festival, and I thought this was just one of the coolest things. It was pretty low key, like in terms of technology. Not a lot was on display here, but what it
Mm,
did is that it had all of these like lesser known or lesser traveled areas in Japan,
mhm.
basically showcasing how they're related to an anime in some way.
Did we just like loop back around? We did. We didn't
Yep,
plan that either. We
yep.
didn't plan that.
Here we are back again.
We are back again. But I mean, like, because I think like there's one thing where like I think everyone has like their favorite spot they want to go to, but you never really envision how many there actually are. Because a lot of these anime or manga, specifically manga, right? Like a lot of these creators, they like to kind of I don't want to say pay homage to their hometown, but, their stories that are influenced by their life. So they're going to
Yeah,
have these places that are like, oh, yeah, I went to this coffee shop every day. This is where the manga's written. I'm not going to call it this coffee shop, maybe, but here's a coffee shop in the manga that's loosely based on it, kind of,
Yeah, yeah. And like these places, they're more than happy to sort of strengthen that connection. Like I said before,
Hmm.
they want to show their support. They want to promote these anime. They want people who love the anime to come and see it. So, like one example was Hita City, Hita, in
Hmm.
Oita Prefecture. And I mean, Oita Prefecture, I don't know about you, but it's not really a place that I think a lot of tourists will go to.
We'll go to. I
It's
didn't know it
not
was a
really
place.
like high up on the list. Yeah. So it's the hometown of the creator of Attack on Titan.
Okay.
And basically what they've done is they've put a lot of like Attack on Titan related like photo spots, like a lot of places that the creator himself went to. They have like statues. I think they even have a wall that they sort of, you
They
know,
built a wall.
I don't think they built the wall expressly for that purpose, but they have a wall and that wall is now the wall,
The wall.
you know? Um, so yeah, and they want to encourage people to not just support the anime, but also to see more of Japan in the process. And I think that's a really cool aim to have.
Yeah. That's like, I like learning at events. As a kid, I did not like learning, but as I got older, age not disclosed, learning has been like a fun thing, especially like when you're at an event or you're at some place that you didn't expect to learn like a nice fact. That's always been a highlight for me. So I think if you're in Japan before the end of, I guess, October, if you can make the trip on down to Osaka to the World Expo, I mean, it is called the World Expo as well. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff there for you to do and for you to see. And it's a memorable life experience because I think it happens once every, it's really random. It's like 2 to 4 years. There's a World
Oh,
Expo
I think it's once every 4 years, maybe.
every 4 years. Yeah. It's like the Olympics, but not really publicized as much.
And it should be. I mean, we've gotten so many cool things from World Expos historically. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
the Eiffel Tower was built for the World Expo. Like,
And no
the
one would ever tell you.
Ferris wheels, I think, were invented for the World Expo. Like, so many things like that just came out of that sort of space where everybody was just sharing technology and like, trying to prove that they had the best of everything. It's kind of like a friendly competition. Like the countries kind of want to outdo each other.
Which is cool. Like honestly, like a lot of stuff comes from friendly, nice competition is where we get a lot of advance. And it's like you said. And I'm wondering what'll come out of this one. Will it be a solar powered Gundam? Probably not, but maybe. You never
One
know.
can only hope. One can only dream.
We can only dream. But yes, if you'd like to check out the zine, definitely go and check it out at otakumode.com/tomzine/volume 1. You can really just go to the front page and look on one of the banners. It's there. There's some
Yeah.
other stories, including an opinion on the Nintendo Switch 2, the Gundam slash like just model kits, plastic model kits, and how to build them a little bit more freely, combine different kits to make your own custom model.
Which is really cool.
Which is really cool. That was written by, and all these stories are written by Tom staff. So we've also got our scary anime staff picks if you're curious to what we might be. They're not all
Scaring
like
ourselves
horror.
with.
Yeah, yeah. But we might be scaring ourselves with. And I really, Exit 8, I need to go see that. I think it's still out.
Yes, yes, I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm just so curious how they turned. Those anomaly games are kind of like low key, they scare me because I don't ever expect that the anomaly is supposed to scare me. It's just supposed to be like, where's Waldo? Spot the difference. And it's like, no, this thing is gonna eat you. It's that different.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. But yes, so there's a lot of stories in there. Go check that out. And we got a couple of upcoming events that we will be going to that are in September. We've got Tokyo Game Show, which I'll be covering, and then Haley will be covering Kill Bonsai, which is out in Kyoto,
Yep.
along with Kyomafu.
I don't think Kyobansai is really as well publicized as Tokyo Game Show. So just to talk a little bit about it, it is a soundtrack, an anime soundtrack festival that was started by Yuki Hayashi, the composer of soundtracks like the My Hero Academia and the Haikyuu soundtracks, which I love, love, love these soundtracks.
Those are some.
I could talk about anime soundtracks for let's make it an episode. Let's make it an
So
episode.
this is the next one of these next episodes. Haley talks about anime soundtracks. I'm just
Yeah.
listening.
So basically it's more or less like a really fun concert. He gathers all of these composers and they play music from their like the shows that they're known for. So like for example, you have Yasuharu Takanashi who does the Naruto Shippuden soundtrack, the Fairy Tale soundtrack. You have one of my personal favorites, Kaoru Wada, who did the Inuyasha soundtracks.
Hmm,
We have Teruya Yoshimasa, who did the G-Quacks, the Gundam G-Quacks soundtrack, and Jujutsu Kaisen. So, these are like
dang. These are
these are
like
solid, just
solid composers, and
solid composers. Yeah. And it's, if you like music, if you like anime, if you like anime music, it's just a really good time and they're having so much fun. It's just great to see.
okay. So I think you guys are going to do some like YouTube short videos, or I don't know what we're like. I don't know what we're doing. I know what we're doing, but for dramatic effect, what are we doing?
Um, well, because we don't have a set plan just yet, you'll just have to wait and see.
Well, there you go, everyone. You'll have to wait and see. But you know, it's gonna be good though. I think in the past though we've definitely done some interviews with some of the composers,
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
and those have gone up on Tom News. So those have been great reads. If you want to check the previous years out, yeah, just go on to Tom News. I'm just gonna keep promoting everything.
Yeah.
And then in terms of Tokyo Game Show, we've done a little bit of everything different years. Some years we've had our own booth where we've had interviews with game creators and indie game creators demoing their games on stage. That we've also had interviews. We've featured cosplayers in terms of making some video wrap ups. This year is also a surprise. Surprise! It might be a live stream. Might be some shorts. Who knows? Could be live streams on shorts,
But it's
which
gonna
you
be
can do,
fun.
but it's gonna be fun. This year, there's a lot of good games that'll be out there. I know Resident Evil 9, Pragmata, Onimusha from Capcom. Those three games are going to be cooking at the show, and then there's obviously a few more games that I think a lot of people are looking forward to this year that are still yet to come out. And if you haven't played Expedition 33 for some reason, go ahead and play it. Give yourself a good
I
cry.
haven't played it, but I have been around people playing it, and from what I've seen, it is amazing.
It's
Just
amazing
hits you right in the chest, just
in the
gets you
chest.
right there.
and and then keep stomping on it.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's pretty much our first episode. I know we actually kind of made it. We made it. It wasn't awkward or anything. We've worked together for so long that like normally I will say when you're doing like an audio podcast, especially because we don't have video on right now, it's you get this thing where you'll end up talking over each other a lot, and
Yeah.
we did not do that.
I mean, I feel a little bit guilty for constantly just like hopping onto your audio track there, but if you say we didn't do it, I guess we didn't do it. So I'll trust your judgment.
I guess when I go back, I'll have to listen. I don't remember it happening, but yeah, if you'd like to follow us, and please do, and especially if you would like to leave some feedback, you can follow us on Tokyo Otaku Mode at Twitter. Yeah, we're calling it Twitter. That's right.
Twitter
We're
until we
sticking with
die.
it till we die. Same thing on Instagram. You can follow us there, and then of course on YouTube if you'd like to get some Otaku Live shorts. The best place, I guess, to leave feedback is just Twitter, Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook.
I mean, we check all these things.
Check them all.
We're personally looking at them, we're personally reading them. So, you know, it's
We're
going to
not
be
AI.
seen.
We haven't
Nope,
done it. We haven't
nope.
done it.
We are real humans.
We're real humans. and you'll hear our real voices again at the. We're thinking about doing these once a month, at least for now. So we'll have the next episode recorded. I just realized we're recording this today on a Tuesday, and I guess whenever I upload it, so I guess we'll determine if it's like a Friday or whatever day of the week it is. It'll be a month from then. You should expect the next episode. There you go.
And this was fun. I am excited to talk more about otaku stuff and just, yeah, see where we go
Yeah,
with it.
see where we go. As we say, hey, we did it. We started something. Life lesson, kids. You got to start something
You
before it
just
can
got
go
to start
anywhere.
it, man. You just got to start it.
Just got to start it. And there we go. And that's going to be it for us today. Thanks so much, Hayley, for joining. And who knows, maybe we'll get a third person as well.
Yeah,
Eventually.
that'll be great.
Form a party. RPG squad.
D&D, let's go.
There we go. All right, everybody. Bye.
All right, bye.